little opening thoughts on the spring game 2023.
I think it was good. I think we came out and competed, had good energy, had fun. Obviously, there's still a lot to work on. We got all summer before we get ready for the season, but I think it was just fun to come out there and show the fans the new team of this year. So.
Jacob, Coach Herman had talked about using this spring ball to sort of instill in you guys the way you have to practice to be champions. How far toward that goal do you think you guys progressed this spring?
I think we made big steps towards it. Like I said, we've still got a long way to go. I think we're trending in the right direction though, and I'm pretty hopeful for the season, so I'm excited.
You're a competitive guy, and you know it's all the same team in the end, but you hate to lose to the guys in red.
Yeah, it's tough, huh? And the worst part was them gassers though, but yeah, it's always tough losing regardless of who you're playing. But I mean, at the end of the day, we all getting better. So, but yeah, it's a tough one losing.
So, Jake, you know, you've been practicing with each other for the last couple of weeks. So, how did it finally feel to get on the field and, you know, the energy spike up a little bit, knowing that now, you know, tackle football, you know, you're in the middle of spring with all that energy building up?
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun getting out on that field and competing. The juices do get flowing more because it feels more like a game day, and you work so much for these kind of moments, these kind of games. And even though it was just a spring game, you still got those juices going. So it was just fun being out there. I mean, it's always fun being on that field. So.
And what's it been like under Coach Herman so far?
It's been good. I think he's doing a really good job at leading us in the right direction. I think we're all slowly but surely coming together as a team and learning what it takes to be a winner and to win championships, because that's our plan, is to win championships at FAU and bring back that winning culture.
Jacob,
Last one.
the running backs impressed today. You know, this is a team that's pretty deep at running back. As a defensive line, you guys are playing a group of running backs like that. How much does that help you guys when you guys go to, you know, the actual season you're playing against different running backs?
I mean, yeah, iron sharpens iron. I think we have a great running back group this year. I mean, we had a great one last year, and we just added more to it. I think that only helps us as a defense, because I think they're going to be one of the better running back groups that we face this whole year. So, I mean, it's just getting us better every day by competing against those guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you just open up, how was your first spring football at Florida Atlantic?
The weather was great. Different from being in Michigan, you know, the cold. But it was a great experience, you know. Different group of guys back in my hometown, man. Just a blessing to be down
You had a solid day, obviously. I think you had 3 touchdown passes, made some really nice drives. How would you sort of assess your performance today?
Can you repeat that, sorry?
How would you sort of assess your performance today?
I get hats off to the offensive line on both sides, and the receivers and the running backs for making plays for me. You know, without the offensive line, you know, nothing can get started. You know, getting the ball into playmakers' hands, and you know, they do the rest.
Swinging back and forth between both teams, did you pay any attention to the scoreboard? Like, these guys really need a touchdown?
Nah, not really. My motto was just, you know, driving the ball down the field and, you know, putting points on the board. That's the only thing.
Yeah. I'll ask you the same question I asked Jake. What, you know, you've been practicing the last few weeks. Now you're pretty much in game situations there. How did it feel to be in the spring game itself, you know, to kind of get a little of those jitters out, you know, more competitive?
I mean, that was our first time being in front of fans, you know,
Right.
Little jitters, but, you know, other than that, you know, playing together as a team and the team setting as one. I mean, we go against each other every day, but, you know, coach separated red versus white, so it was very competitive today. And, you know, we had 4 gases after, so, you know, somebody was trying to win, but at the end of the day, you know, the quarterbacks, we had to play both teams, so.
Daniel, you know, a couple wide receivers, I think, stood out particularly, Dimitri Hester and Amari Gaines. What did you see from them throughout the spring? What do they add to this wide receiver?
I think all our receivers are great. You know, every receiver we have can make plays, and you know, going forward, I think anybody can start anywhere on the field. So, all our receivers play great today.
From a player's perspective, Dan, how is the team adapting to the Herman, the attitude, the new era? How they adapted to all of the new things that Coach Herman's trying to bring?
It's awesome, man. You know, Coach Herman just preach. You know, listen to what he says. You know, been on championship teams. You know, and and we just following him. You know, he's the shepherd, he's the head, you know, and we just follow him.
This is an open quarterback competition. And,
Yes.
you know, there's going to have to be some movements eventually. But what's sort of the mood like in the quarterback room after spring, and you know, what's the competitive level like?
Oh, it's very competitive, but at the end of the day, we love each other. You know, we keep each other as one. You know, I've been in other QB rooms, but I think this is probably one of the best I've ever been a part of. You know, just being back in my hometown. Me and Tyreek is from kind of the same area. You know, Ben Ballard, Michael Johnson. Just to get to know those guys is awesome. You know.
Coming in here as a transfer, what did you want to show the coaches this spring? Because they can see ability on tape, but what did you want to show them aside from that?
Just me making great decisions. You know, as a quarterback, you know, you just have to be a great decision maker. And, you know, not turning the ball over and be able to, you know, lead the guys on the field, on and off the field. You know, just be a leader in that locker room. That's all the coach preach, you know, because what happened in that locker room, you know, we're going to jail, but it's going to translate to the field because as long as we love each other, we're going to play for one another. We're going to play for one another.
Well, let's talk about the fact everybody likes to win and have a lot of fun. How does it feel to be able to play on both sides? You're going to win one way or the other. And still
Yeah,
get
I
some
mean,
of
it's really no win or loss, but, you know, like I said before, it's very competitive, you know. Everybody wants to win. But at the end of the day, it shows a lot today, you know, that we love each other, that we play for each other. You see other guys, good job, you know, great job on both sides of the ball. So it was awesome.
Plus you get to play with more of your teammates on both sides too.
Correct. You know, guys that, you know, I don't get that many reps in practice with. And, you know.
Daniel, Jackson Sumlin had a pretty nice touchdown. What does he add to that offense? And, you know, we're a little bit smaller at tight end, but I think he
has a great addition to the tight end room, you know, just his leadership. And I think all our tight ends are great, you know, but he's very special.
You know, a position group that really shined today was the running backs. It seemed like there's a lot of depth there. You know, what have you been seeing from this game, but also just during practice?
I feel like all our running backs, you know, can start anywhere, at any place, you know. And we have, you know, five-headed monster. One of my roommates, Kobe Lewis, you know, I talk to him all the time. But all our running backs are great, I think, you know, and they're going to be great for us this season.
Daniel, what are your thoughts on the fans who showed out for today's spring game?
Oh, man, I appreciate all the fans coming out. We had a great crowd, you know. Hopefully we put on a show and can't wait for this season.
And now with the kind of spring behind you guys, so what's sort of the mindset now, kind of heading into the summer? And
you know, just getting off our feet for a couple of weeks, you know, getting away from next week and get off our feet, you know, recuperate, and then be back on the grind. Because number one goal is to win a championship and go further.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you for having me.